Hello everybody and welcome back to Full House Sport here, myself Charlie. A reminder before the video starts, please like, comment and subscribe. Anything you guys do is greatly appreciated as I try to become a one-man sports news bandwagon. Now the Ashes is sadly nearly finished. Australia batted superbly last night. I thought Steve Smith gave us an absolute exhibition in Test match batting. In a similar way actually, before I get too negative on England, as Joe Root did. I thought both innings were just... It's been nice in the sense of it's been two greats just showing people what they can do. And I think, again, I'm going to sound like I'm on the Harry Brook hate train here. I'm not. But I think Jonathan Agnew hit the nail on the head in his commentary when he said, watching Root and Smith bat should be, hopefully in these England players' minds, a penny dropping moment. Oh, look, they leave the ball. Oh, look, they don't try and whack everything for six. Ah, they play a defensive shot. That's really interesting. Because for all the talent Harry Brook has, and he's one that springs to mind, he doesn't have that in him. And he's not the only one. I mean, Jamie Smith's dismissal, disgraceful. I think they said it. Yeah, disgraceful. You got Marnus Labuschagne bowling absolute dross to you. Let's be realistic, and you try and do that. I mean, Marnus Labuschagne and Scott Bowen, if they weren't getting in that dressing room after that and absolutely wetting themselves with laughter, I don't know what they would have been, because I would have been. The Ashes is done though, nearly. I mean, it was done anyway after 11 days. I think these last two tests have felt quite flat, actually. I know we've won one, which I should be happy about, but, you know, I think... There's been all the controversy about the pitches, the two-day tests, which obviously have happened. Andrew McDonald said after the 3-0, well, it's done, the Ashes is done, which was, I thought, very un-Australian, because I thought if there was ever a chance you had to rub the Poms' noses in it, then surely you'd take it. But clearly not. Clearly I was wrong. But it's one of those where, like I say, it's done now. Where England go next, I don't know. Even if we do somehow, and I don't think we will, win this fifth test, where we go next is, for me, a real problem. Because as an England fan, I'd never want us to lose, especially to Australia. But if we do win and come out with this 3-2, that does sort of give McCullum and Stokes maybe some breathing room. And I'd quite like both their heads on the chopping block, as bad as it sounds. I can't, for the life of me, work out where we go next. If they do get rid of those. I mean, the talk is, I personally would like maybe a Ravi Shastri or a Gary Kirsten. Two no-nonsense coaches who, obviously Shastri knows how to win in Australia. He's spoken quite great length with that. I think the problem is this Bazball cult runs really deep into this England squad. And a lot of the players that have been picked with the purpose of Bazball. So now you're going to have to, if you bring in another coach, you're going to have to rip it all up. You have to have what they call in the NFL a burn it all down strategy, where you're just going to get rid of everyone and then potentially bring in someone else and bring in a whole new side. I mean, there's so many players who I think coming out of this, their England careers for now should be put on hold. Crawley, I don't think he should be sent away to get some runs in the county championship. Bethel, I know he's a fantastic young talent, but go and get some runs in first-class cricket. Go and play first-class cricket. Jamie Smith, I know he did well. I know he batted well against India in the summer, but again, go and get yourself some first-class experience and show us you can actually bat. And that's why as well I quite like a new coaching, because I'd hope a new coach would look at our first-class cricket and go, no, I'm going to pick maybe a Haseeb Hameed, a Dom Sibley, you know, those sorts of players who are getting runs in the county championship. As for the bowling attack, where'd you go? I mean, there was a few today where you just thought, that's an absolute pie that you've chucked down there. Cass, I don't think he's test level. I really don't. Gus Atkinson, maybe, who knows. Joff can't stay fit. I think Mark Woods, someone needs to put an arm around his shoulder and say, look, you're done. You can't stay fit. We can't have you around the squad for one test a series. It just doesn't work. Where you go with those as well, do you go back to the county system again? Are you going to play players like Ollie Robinson, who's still doing well in the county championships? We've already given him a go. I think it's an intriguing one because we're probably looking at it going, what do we do next? Australia's squad as well is aging. So they're another squad who are getting older, and they're probably looking as well at their Sheffield Shield and going, well, where do we go next? Who do we bring in? You know, Smith is getting older. Stark, Cummins, Hazelwood, Lyon, all showing signs that their careers are taking a toll on their bodies. I think the Ashes for the next few years is going to be really unpredictable cricket to watch because you might have us who keep with this Bazball thing. I hope and pray we don't, or we might start playing proper Test cricket. But it might be two more evenly matched sides where I think we had a period when England were by far the best team in the world, let's have it right. And then you had Australia come along and just steamroll us from that 2013-14 series when Mitchell Johnson did what he did to now. I think maybe we may see more of an even balance. It's been a weird series. I really do think that. I think it's been a bizarre series to watch. I can't make my mind upon it, to be honest. Have Australia been brilliant? At times, yes. England have been awful though and helped them. That's what I think the dilemma is how good have Australia been versus how bad have England been. That's the dilemma I can't get my head around, and I think we'll only find out in future series, not between the two, but in how they do against other nations. We'll have to wait and see. As always, guys, please like, comment and subscribe. Anything you guys do is greatly appreciated as I try and become a one-man sports news bandwagon. I've been Charlie. This is Full House Sports. Have a great day.